Well, hello, friends of the casual get-together and, of course, of VOODOO Vince. Very, very nice to see you. And just in time for Christina. How exciting. Very good, very good. That light a little bit too bright here. There we go. Let's take it down. Let's make it more voodoo-ish. So that's the only idea I had for today, to play VOODOO Vince, because I just didn't know what else to play. Brian and I had a lovely chat earlier. Thank you so much for doing that for me, Brian. That was very nice. I've tried downloading the latest version of Premiere, putting our interview together. That's very, very cool. And of course, good morning, Jeremy. How exciting. Woohoo! Very, very nice to see you all. So today we're going to be platforming it out in this little wonderful installment that is called VOODOO Vince. Let's see if is this the right button? Is it? Is it? Yes, it is. Look at that. Woo. We haven't played this game for a while, but I guess we're stuck somewhere. Whoops. We haven't played this game in a while, but I think we're stuck in somewhere in New Orleans. Please wait. That's always good. That's always good. Ah, there we go. Carnival bumper cars. That's not where we got off. New game, no. Load save game. Let's have a look at that. Yes, and it's actually nice that... Whoa, what happened there? Game crashed, I guess. That's not good, is it? That's not a good start. Let's try that again. Maybe we're more successful this time. Who knows? Is it coming back? Yes, it's coming back. It's coming back. Good stuff. Oh. Yes, Christina, it is about half a liter, so I guess our cup sizes are equally large. So this is it. So that is kind of 16 ounces insulated coffee mug. I bought that about, I think in 2011 at Starbucks. So it's been a while. It's been used for that long. Could it be that it's something I'm doing wrongly, might I add? Let's try this one more time. Glad to hear you see this witness. No wonder Mike unsubscribed, you know. I can very much understand that now. Oh dear. One of those things. Created by Clayton Kozlaric. He remade this game, you know. He wrote this for the original Xbox 2001 when it came out. Probably did, Brian, yes. Okay, maybe it's something I'm doing. Press any button. Okay, press Y to exit, and of course that's what I'm doing. I shouldn't be pressing Y because the game doesn't crash. It just goes and... Ay caramba. Crypt City, downtown Crypt City. That's where we are after 5.5 hours of playing 3 parts already. Chapter book or continue game? What do you think is the difference? I'm taking votes here. Continue game or chapter book? I don't know the difference. Which one do you think we should do? Continue game sounds like the logical conclusion. Continue game. Let's do that. Continue. 2 votes for continue. Mine 2, so that's 3 votes. Let's go and do this with continue game. See what happens. Haha. Right. Where's the button for the PC game, is it? Yes, there we go. Good stuff. How have you all been? I know Brian's been well. We had a wonderful interview. That was really nice. I've been productive. I've managed to put together a little website for the Creative Minds project. There's not much there yet, but that shall be the new home. I've done a new test with in-person interviews that I'm planning about 4 of in the next few weeks. And woo! This guy isn't one of the interviewees. Let's figure out how the controls work. This is obviously not it. This is what gets you killed instead. That is punch. Let's try that again. Punch the man. Come on. Yes. So yes, nice little interview test with a selfie stick, believe it or not. And man, Jay died.
Alive again!
Terrible. Yes, with the selfie stick and my current GoPro. And I've ordered a new GoPro for these in-person interviews, so that the image stabilization really is gonna absolutely kill it. And give us a wonderful, joyous, smooth experience as if somebody with a little gimbal is walking in front of me, whereas it's just me and my outstretched arm. So that's going to be great. I tested that with Julia, and with my current GoPro it already works fantastically well, and with the new GoPro it's going to be absolutely unbelievable. Joe! Hello, hello, hello! Ah, I've missed you too. I'm glad you're back. And I thought in your honor we play a little bit more VOODOO Vince, because I know you like the game. And I was thinking of playing Manifold Garden today, but I wasn't in the mood for a complete mind bender, so I thought maybe we'll get together over VOODOO Vince and see where we left Vince off. I thought we'll knock some monsters out before we get going here. Ah, yes, I remember that. Both bottom triggers together. That'll kill everyone with the surprise special power, like in this case, the drill power.
I love that sound.
Just as long as it doesn't kill you. How is Rod doing? Rod's working, I believe, on another page for the girls from TNA. Oh yeah, sorry, and to bring that GoPro story to an end, they were saying GoPro 8 currently is $400, but if you send in an old camera, any old digital camera, you get a $100 discount on the GoPro website, so there's only $299. And I was reading and rereading the terms. I thought you had to send in an old GoPro, and I didn't want to do that. And I love my GoPros, I don't want to get rid of them. I was just thinking, you know, the new one has a feature that I do like. And it turns out, no, it's not actually an old GoPro camera, it's any old digital camera from literally from the introduction of digital cameras. And as long as the original retail price was $99 or higher, they will give you a $100 refund, or kind of discount. And I thought, oh, I've got that old Casio camera that I bought in 2006, I believe, and it still works. I liked it so much. I made a little video about it because it's a nice little trip down history lane of seeing what digital photography was like back then. And it was considering it was a high-end camera for about $280 back then when it was released. It's just so funny. That was kind of in the time when smartphones weren't exactly smart, they were more annoying. They should have done things that we always wanted, but the hardware just wasn't ready yet for it. So that was that kind of time where we had a dumb phone, a semi-smartphone in our pocket, and we also, as photography nerds, would have carried a digital camera that was way better than what mobile phones would be able to deliver at that point. So there'll be a new video coming up. I don't actually know which channel I'm supposed to put this on, main channel or my personal channel. It's kind of a crossover. It's a bit of a rambling thing, but could also do well on the main channel. I'm not sure yet. Let me know what you think. Where shall I put it? About a 15-20 minute ramble video about a camera from 2006. Oh, treasure of the week. Very good, Rod. Very good. I'm trying to figure out what my mission is here. I seem to remember we had to go and turn these things, but we may have already done that. Yes, Christina, absolutely. It's that's crossover as well. Is it just a render? Is it a good promo render? Is it just a doodle render? Is it for 3D scrutiny? Oh, very, very good questions those are. Yes, I'm glad it turned out so well. So well done for putting that documentation together. Christina has previously been working on a 3D headphones product that we're giving away on 3D Scrutiny, which is also coming together as another project that is up and coming and in the pipeline, together with many other things we're all working on. I guess that's what creativity is all about, isn't it? You've got more than one ball in the air at one point. And Christina's asked me, could I have a look at the product, at the zip file, and see if it's all kosher. And whoops. And we've been working on this together. It's been an absolute pleasure to have that great documentation on a product. So that's very cool. If you are thinking of becoming a Patreon and support 3D Scrutiny going forward, the Open for All review site where people can submit reviews of their favorite 3D products, no matter which website they've been originally purchased from, please go ahead and do so. And one of the higher tiers will get you access to models such as the one that Christina's just made. Now, I pretty much remember us doing this level. Oh cool, it looks like we don't have to do it again. The fat lady is still dead. Maybe I'll go and investigate that superpower over there. Maybe that's the nearest exit. So pleasure working with you on that product, Christina. I wish every 3D product was documented that well. Yes, this is new. We haven't had that before, have we? The porch pooch. Oh, that's how it works. Right, I forgot. Too many balls in the air. Thank you for clarifying that.
Vince! The Manor house! Much zombie dust was spilled here. You must help. But first, there's a dog to contend with. He can't hurt you, but he can keep you from entering the mansion.
I remember this was slightly tricky. Also, Christina, drop a link to the Patreon page for 3D Scrutiny in the chat, please. That'd be nice. If anyone wants to support us going forward on this project, this is how you fund us. And it'll be absolutely marvelous. It'll make the world a better place. That's exactly the kind of project I'd love to be involved in. And we're still at the very beginning of it, but Christina was kind enough to set up a Patreon page for that already, and we've got 2 people on board. Founding members. Don't know if we're going to give people founding status, but it's Zero Kelvin. And it's Backdoor 3D.
Getting angry! You lose.
Vince has a funny sense of humor. I'll collect these blue things first. And oh, this seems to be part of the little puzzle here, that record. I'm gonna go pick that up in a moment, or actually maybe I'll pick it up right now. Will it impair my ability to jump aimlessly? Oh, nice, Brian. Yeah, I'd love to see that as well. Very cool, that Tarpa video. I literally just watched that while the holding loop was going on. And I thought, very nice. That's iClone, I suppose, right? Got another life. This looks like a toy. That's okay. Ah, check it out. The music makes the doll wander around, which in turn makes the dog come and bite it. And I suppose that's our chance to quickly sneak into the house. Because I can't imagine that the dog would let us in. Just... Nope. He has that thing for burlap dolls.
Ugh, I don't want to play fetch anymore.
Nah, I don't blame you, Vince. I don't blame you. Ouch rhymes with couch. Have we got... How does this work again? There's a little 8 out of 10 of these blue things. So let's look for these 2 blue things. They're probably hidden here somewhere. And then we'll make another attempt. Hopefully the dog isn't going to get us this time. I like that you're taking the audio releases as an incentive to make animations. That's very cool. It's, again, we were talking about motivation earlier, and that fits right in. What motivates you as a creative mind? So there we go. Very cool. And if one feeds into the other, that's even better. I like it. Works on so many levels. Those were the last 2 blue bits. There we go. Nothing else to collect in this level. Let's see if I can do it. Crank up that music and then quickly run into the manor. All right. Pass the dog, pass the dog. Ha! Ah, man.
Got to distract this mutt.
I thought I was. Maybe the path wasn't correct. So technically, the shortest path from here would be literally this way, I guess. Can we do that? Yes, actually, that is the shortest path. Let's try that. Not that the game is going to get any easier from here on in, but hey, one of those things. All right. Are we ready for this? Concentrate, and... There you go. And... Yes! Pythagoras was right! The diagonal is the shortest route between 2 points. Vince proved it.
The little fool! My monsters are in charge of Brusque Manor now. Good luck getting out of here alive. I mean, bad luck. Bad... You little doll guy.
Some architect was very cruel. This room can be rotated to open passages and staircases. Each floor can be turned with one of the small buttons on the floor.
Small buttons on the floor. 1, 2, and 3.
Tastes like grandma.
Bad luck. I mean, good luck. What happens when we... Ah, you cannot use this pad yet. Okay. How about this pad? Can we use this pad yet? Yes.
Don't these things usually make noise?
Yes, they do, Vince. I wonder why this one does not. Huh. Let's try... Oh, look. We've met him before. Can we zoom in somehow? How do we do the first person thing? Ah, I guess we don't. Oops. Oh my god, no, that's that superpower that I've just wasted. That's terrible. I was just gonna look at the poster here. Can barely see that mad inventor that we had already met. He's the villain of the piece. Well, let's try button number 1. Oh, that rotates the bottom chamber. Ah, revealing a staircase. Nice one. The Winchester Hotel. Ah, staircase leads nowhere. That's not good. So perhaps button number 1 is now in the correct position. Perhaps we need to fiddle with button number 2 then. Guess that will do something to the second floor. Maybe that was it. No. Okay. It's only a matter of time. Hours, years, decades. Aha! There we go. Oh, Haunting of Hill House. Hill House Manor rings a bell. I just don't remember where from. Another staircase that leads up.
The door is locked.
Into here.
Find the person in charge. They might let you in.
All right. You mean perhaps a butler, Mrs. What's your face? That thing's also closed. Maybe this is not the way to go. Well, let's try button number... No! Oh, okay. Maybe that's not such a bad idea after all. I accidentally landed on the button number 1. Now he's wearing a bell. How interesting. That doesn't ring a bell to me, Brian. Ah, right. Maybe that, speaking of bells, no pun intended, of course, maybe this bell here now means that when I pull this cord, does that do something? Yes, look at that. Right, and here's the butler. Butler goes into the wall.
Hey, you! Where you going?
Oh. I wonder if we need to follow him to figure out where we're supposed to go. Let's try that again. Ah, can't ring the bell now. Maybe he'll wait for us at the top of the stairs. That could be. Does he? Does he, Buffalo? Oh, more stairs leading up. That wasn't the case a moment ago. Very nice. Right, and now we get to a wall, so that'll be button number 3 then. Ah. See if I can land directly on it. That's efficient. Yes, okay. Could be a new room behind it, Christina. Yeah, that is possible. See if these two things are connected. Oh, new life. Always welcome. I'm sure I'm going to die soon, so that's going to come in handy. But other than that, is that really all there's to it? again. Huh. So it looks like there are kind of 3 positions to its whole puzzle. Brian, that's a horrible plot. That's terrible. Positions. Oh, the butler. Okay, Mr. Butler, sir. Let's go in here. The busy butler. Okay. Oh my god, absolutely. No wonder we're all screwed up at the age of 15. They're giving us that sort of stuff to read. Oh, I see. I wasn't supposed to do that, huh? Butler! Dude, come back here. Man, should have followed the... This is the abyss here, isn't it? If I'm gonna dive, I'm gonna jump down here. And he's leaving this blue path behind just for 2 or 3 seconds so I can walk on it. Oh, I think I can catch it. Come on! Oh man.
Well, that was restful.
Okay, let's try again. I'm just gonna follow the butler dude now. I'm not gonna worry about any of the blue blobs here. The, whatever they're called, dragonflies or whatnot. Unless, of course, I happen to walk straight through them. Oh man, and there's holes in the floor already. This is crazy. Couldn't you walk in a straight line? Wouldn't that be easier? Of course not. What's the challenge in that? I did this the first time I properly attempted it? That is crazy. Do you remember this took us hours last time I did this?
Ah!
Hello, I'm Dolly.
Of course you are.
Will you be my friend?
I'm a little busy right now. I'm looking for my boss. Sturdy, magical lady wearing a whole lot of rope.
Oh, you must mean Madame Charmaine.
You know her? You know where she is?
Sure, they took her to the Carnival de Prave. I can show you how to get there, but could you get rid of the scary monsters upstairs for me first?
How about you show me the way to the Carnival de Prave, and then I look into your little monster infestation.
No deal, short stuff. I mean, fair is fair. Take care of all the monsters on the second floor, and then I'll help you.
Okay, I'll look into it. Why do I always get roped into these things?
My hero.
Right, whatever.
You need to learn how to say no. Before I do that, I'm going to collect these things. Sure, they're going to come in handy. So, before we walk in and kill those monsters on the top room, Julie and I are off now for about a week and a half more, about 2 weeks more. And there's plenty of stuff that we need to do, of course. But one thing that I wanted to try is do some 3D streaming, maybe next week, and see if I can fiddle with that Jay's Place title sequence a little bit more, set up some lights in Blender, so it'll be a Blender kind of working along, hopefully being successful with something. And I'm planning to do that sometime next week. I might even just do that on the Wednesday, perhaps before. between 4 and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's kind of the plan. I might do it more than one day, and it's another thing I'm gonna try out to revive the 3D streams and just, you know, watch me work collaboratively, suggestions welcome. Once I've done that, apply materials and light, I'd like to create that title sequence for the... Whoops.
Gone yet? I'd love to help you get to the carnival to find your friend, but I just can't concentrate with all those monsters up there.
Gotcha. Thought that's how I start the mission. Sorry about that, Dolly. I'll get right on that. So yes, once that Jay's Play sequence is finalized, I would like to do the same for the Creative Minds title sequence, for which I've not got many ideas, but maybe we can create something with DAS or with Blender or a combination thereof. Maybe we can do this together. That sounds exciting, doesn't it? So I take it I'm walking this way. The Butler challenge we've done. It's good to go back and collect all these blue things, I guess, at one point, but let's see if we can help Dolly with the monsters first. So those are on the 3rd floor, she says. I guess then we need to jump on button number 1. Perhaps one more time, so that the staircase appears, and here it is. 3rd floor, let's do this. Yes, we've been to the 3rd floor, and there was nothing there. Or was it the 2nd floor? Okay. I'll investigate both. Right, look at that. I don't think these stairs were here before. Looks like Dolly's just opened them.
This part of the house has been destroyed. You will need help from someone downstairs to cross the ruined wing.
Well, haven't I just been given that help? I guess not. 2nd floor it is. Come on. The monsters upstairs. Ah, that could be it. That wasn't open last time. Yeah, so you're absolutely right, Christina. 2nd floor. Brusque Manor, unwanted guests.
Many of Cosmo's monsters have taken up residence on this floor. Observe where they come from. Use your powers wisely, and this place will be peaceful once again.
That looks like a lot of annoying fighting. We could do with collecting all these blue things on the butler level there. That is a bit annoying to do that, but it will help us
Sure to ride.
gain a bigger health bar, and that of course in turn leaves us alive for longer, which, you know, that's good.
Not a sports car, but I'll take it.
So it looks like these mosquitoes here that keep coming back because this thing is not exploded yet. Yes, and these guys just jump out there, so I need to destroy that Fabergé egg imitation thing here. Okay. I do remember this to be a super tricky level, so this could take many weeks to complete. So there's another one of these barrels of fun. And more mosquitoes. That's just not good. And I think the mystery to the puzzle was that we have to set Vince on fire and then somehow launch ourselves into the path of the barrel that then catches fire and then explodes, takes the egg with it. Where to get the fire from, of course. And no matter how many of these monsters we kill, they're always going to come back. So let's not even try. Oops.
Where does it all go?
Yes. Where does it all go? Let's just survive. Ah, that's a shame.
The afterlife was really short.
So maybe one of those candles could be used, like this one here. Yes, look, that works. Ah, one down, 4 to go. Good. Oh, we've settled that. And of course, Vince only stays on fire for so long. Oh, right. So that's going to be the puzzle. If we need to grab the light from over there and then make it all the way over here to light that barrel, that's going to be tricky. Let's try it. Yeah, exactly. Let's try the piano with candles. Maybe... I like that it makes this noise. Vince plays the piano. Very nice. Okay. Ah. So that could have definitely been approved. Yes! Very nice. 2 down, 3 to go. Woohoo! So, I wonder, this looks like one of those things that's just very, very difficult to cross. Floating chairs and all that, that requires great skill and great timing to get over there. We have 2 more things in the front room. Oh, that's a good idea, Christina. Let's see if I can do that. No. I don't think so. I think it saves automatically as soon as you walk through one of these start tunnels there. Okay, so when we step on this plate, the chandelier comes down. Don't know if that's of any significance. Oh yes, the door opens, of course. Right. So step on this, quickly walk through, make sure you get through the door, because if you don't, on a timer the door closes. That's gonna be crazy. Now, before we go through there, I think we go back and make sure we kill the other Fabergé eggs. It does close really fast, so that means we have to go and literally go jump on the first chair, jump on the table, find another chair, quickly jump through. Imagine this is the first chair, this is the table, this is the next table, this next chair, and it's gonna be tight! I tell you, we're gonna do this many, many times. But before we do, let's sort out these 2 eggs in the front room. And now that we know how to do this, and let's make a mental note of where these lights are, or these candles rather. I do enjoy the fact that there's no more monsters around. So that candle could have been this. See if, oh look at that, this is a closer candle. I think this should work. Avoiding you guys over here. Yes!
That monster smell.
That monster smell, look at that. And they ain't coming back. That's nice. Here's another one. Could be tight. Oh, that could be like a weight or something that keeps it open. That's a good idea. Yes, let's try that. Yeah, so that isn't going to work. So maybe we can get another something else from over here. See if that looks any better. The most direct route. Whoa, okay.
Yum.
Oh. That is really cool. Yes, an object, you reckon? Maybe we've passed it without knowing it? I have a feeling it's just going to be a skill challenge. I think we have one more egg to go, Christina, and that's probably behind that room with the pressure plate. I think that's our kind of final boss puzzle. Or is that in fact here? Oh, there's another egg. Okay. That should be easy to do. It's the first one, right? Okay. There we go. Whoa! There we go. So that's all the eggs done. You're right. Maybe we can just go back to the doll and... I have a feeling we need to go through that crazy room. But why don't we try it? Let's try the easy route, see if it works. I like the idea. Yeah, she seems like a trustworthy character, doesn't she? Can you remember where she is? Yeah, Rod, that is cute about this game, isn't it? Oh, look at that! New life! Excellent. The cake! Oh my god, don't mention the cake. Where was the doll then? She was... I forgot now where the doll was. the butler, right, good point. Ground floor it is. Yeah, it was one of these. I don't quite remember if it was this one. Does it say that as we approach it? Or if that was the exit from the manor. I don't quite remember that. Huh. Well, let's try the one close to the number 1 first, and we'll see what happens. Yes, the butler. So that means I have to go do this thing again. Man, really? Dude, walk in a straight line. There is a shorter route to where you want to go. That's ridiculous. Then we go to the left, of course. It's a very nice effect. This is very, very clever the way they've done that here. And say hello to Dolly. Thank you, butler. Right, Dolly, let's go to this carnival thing. Come on.
Are the monsters upstairs gone yet? I'd love to help you get to the carnival to find your friend, but I just can't concentrate with all those monsters up there.
I like that she can only speak as long as her thing is working. Okay, no problem. Fine, Miss Dolly. We need to go past that pressure plate. Of course, it's one of those games. How do I get out of here again? Oh, there. Bookshelf. Gotcha. Perfect. There. Butler, I'll let you go. That's cool. Don't worry about it. My goodness, that means I have to follow the butler a 3rd time? Oh. It's torture, man. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I guess there must be some more behind that pressure plate room. That was Julia's 6 o'clock alarm. Is it really 6 o'clock already? My goodness. Where does the time go? Oh, and it was the 2nd floor, wasn't it? Yes, here we go. Can you imagine all these eggs are back now? I hope they're not. No, 0 eggs. We can do this. Ah, so quiet and peaceful. All these nervous people whizzing around all the time. Well, there's another puzzly challenge here on the way, which is to collect that heart down here. That's really difficult because it looks like doing so might mean we're gonna get killed. I'm not sure if I should get it or not. Because I could, worst case scenario, I'd grab it and then not be able to stand on anything and then I'll just die, so it's love's lost. How else would this work? I'd have to go sail down and then quickly sail back up again. Ugh. Winchester Mystery House. Oh, thank you for the link, Rod. I appreciate that. Oh, right. Say what you will, but this looks like a 3D animation to me. Are you sure this house is real? Unless it's a really clever drone shot in that video, that could be. Oh, thank you, Christina. Excellent. We'll try that next time. What do you think? Shall we go and try this catching the harp thing here? Or is that going to be a little too advanced? Let's try. Come on, let's try. This is how I hop. Cool. So we do that, we hover into there. Oh, there we go. Perfection, look at that. That's very good. That was very unexpected. Right, the pressure plate room. Oh, this gives me the heebie-jeebies. I think I can step on this thing, that's no problem. But then stepping over it, that's going to be a little bit... Oh, no, come on. Ah, very good, wins. But this is... Doing that, of course, ruins my timing, so I can't wait for the chair to take me there. I have to jump. Oh yes, camera angles in platform games. Now, if we can do that on the way out, that would be awesome. Ha 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 ha! That is just very good. And we have the same pressure plate thing on the other side. Oh, I hope we're not going to have to go back. That is so cool. This took me literally forever when I played this game last. Like to the point of I don't want to play this anymore. So I'm very, very pleased how, how good this is going. I'm very impressed. I'm assuming we can stand on here. I'm also assuming Vince can't swim. Let's just assume that because it wouldn't be much of a challenge otherwise. What is that, pizza box? Salt flakes, old-fashioned. Mayhew and Howell, now with glass. So funny, the geometry, it's just, and the textures. It's all very simple, isn't it? Christina, what do you think? That Winchester Mystery House, do you think that the trailer is 3D? The trailer and the inviting picture there on the front page.
Destroy all of Cosmos' monster hatching eggs. These will require more strategy than the eggs in the hole. You need to find some ammunition.
Yeah, I think so too.
Looks like quite a party. Well, time to send these guys packing.
It's kind of a cool idea, isn't it? That they wanted something good for their website and they said rather than taking pictures of our real building, could you please recreate our building and then make a cool camera fly through? Very cool. Very inspiring, that. And there will be the point where we're not going to be able to tell, that we're just not going to be able to tell is it 3D or not anymore. So the challenge continues. 3 more eggs have popped up, and this time we don't have blowable things next to them. Yeah, and the shaders are a little bit, they're not quite photorealistic, but still very well done. And ingenuity for the idea. I think that's just a very cool idea to do that. Oh, that one. Oh, I see, right. So, these bow and arrow things here, we're going to be the arrow, and it will shoot us through the flame, through that flame, and that will hopefully make us end up at the other end. So if I go and aim this here, Winchester crossbow, absolutely. Let's try this, come on. Ooh, no, that didn't work. Okay, let's try again. I was aiming at the black thing there. Let me aim at something higher. Oh, that's very high. So I was aiming at this and that was not high enough. So maybe I'll go and aim it, maybe at that.
I'm flying!
Almost, Vince. Poor Vince. Let's try again. Poor Vince. Oh, hang on, that's a different thing now. This is it. So, I aimed it at this, and that was still not high enough. Looks like I can't do left and right. Let me aim it at this. Like that supposed crack in the ceiling here. That's
I'm flying!
Come on, Vince. Catch fire. Burn that thing. Man, what wasn't working on this then? Let's try it again. I was on fire, I reached the egg didn't explode. What went wrong? So I aimed at this. And what do you think? Should I go a little bit lower or a little bit higher? Maybe a little bit lower, like here. Oh, the dynamite, of course. That's what the lever is for. Ah.
I'm flying!
So that's useless. I need to put dynamite next to this. Yes. Okay, let's do that. Thanks, Christina. Now I get it. Oh, good, and it gets us some more of the blue things here, so that's cool. Oh, that's a shame. It must be Rod. It's totally Cosmos grade AAA egg. Must be a Fabergé. Oh, I'm glad we got back because this guy we've missed. Brute by Fabergé. That brings back memories. Definitely from the 80s. Oh man, same place. They were terrible, weren't they, Rod? Oh, I played a game on the GameCube many years ago. It was called Metroid Prime. I think they made 2 games for that, and they made a third one for the Wii, I believe. Oh, and these things were real, so they implemented them in the game. So every once in a while they would just, it's like a space alien planet kind of exploration game, and every once in a while this face hugger would be like all over you. Oh, that was crazy. Like video game developers are, you know, they have teeth and suck at you, and that's all you see with no warning. It was terrible. I see. Maybe I just can't land on these slide fixtures. It grows on you after a while. So that I can do like that. That's good. We go around the corner also like that. Then we go around this corner, hopefully landing on the good stuff. Then we're gonna slip off the thing. That's just terrible. Let's try it again. Let's try one more time. This used to drive me absolutely nuts, having to do this 400 times or so. Really sucked the last ounce of fun out of a game like that. But hey, I was a different person then. Now I find it quite chillaxing. And I've learned how not to pack it in too early from Julia. She taught me how to do that because she just didn't give up. She just went and tried it again and again and again. Very cool. Here I'll try a different route now. Brian, we're not even close to being there yet. What does how long to beat suggest that this is how long is this beat? How long does this game take to beat? On howlongtobeat.com. Type in VOODOO VINCE, see what it says. I'm gonna try the other way. Ah, the magic of the camera angles. Moose head, gotcha, let's do that. Just like you said, Christina. Should have listened to you earlier. Man, what am I doing? There. Yeah, that pile of books isn't going to collapse anytime soon. I'm sure that's going to stay there for a long, long time. And I'm so light that it doesn't even affect that. Is there anything behind here? I hope not, because I don't think we're going to get back from that quest. A crossbow, that's an idea. I didn't think of that. Might be. I have a feeling that just going by this route here, we may just reach the same destination. Maybe the other one was literally just for the blue what's-its there.
Ooh, shiny.
Can I stand on his head? Yeah, that works. Okay, another voodoo power. Excellent. Shark attack. I'm looking forward to that one. Caution, mixer causes serious injury.
A little trip and a crossbow should be fun.
I'm on it, Vince. Ooh, there we go. Why to pick up? So, now that we know how to aim this thing here, let's go and carefully position that next to that Fabergé egg. Launch ourselves in it, through the fire. What? We can't do that? Oh, I see. Do I have to hold it and then jump through the crossbow? I thought I just parked this next to it. I guess not. Beside an egg, that's what I thought, yeah. It doesn't want me to do that. Oh, it does. Man. It's got to press the right button. There. Thanks for the tip. It does actually help a lot without having to spend hours trying to figure this out. So we had already established that just aiming that here, that's gonna... Okay, shall we do this? Shall we do this? Let's do this. Alright!
I'm flying!
Boom! He's still okay! He's okay! Do you think we have to do this whole walking around the moose head thing again? Now, I'm gonna do what Brian suggested. Maybe this thing can just shoot me there, because it is, even if it's just halfway. Yeah, I can't turn this left or right, so it looks like it's either gonna put me right in the middle there. Well, let's try it. Let's try that.
I'm flying! I'm flying!
Now let's try this. Slightly higher. Slightly higher. Maybe it'll save us some time. So slightly higher, perhaps. Beginning of the wood here.
I'm flying! I'm flying!
The beginning of the wood is definitely correct for landing at the egg. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Let me do the walk thing again. Could be a nice challenge. How quickly can you do it? That's what speedrunners do. How quickly can you do this? These people are absolutely amazing. Alright, here we go. That would be quite funny, actually. VOODOO Vince in space. Maybe there's a sequel planned. I also don't quite remember what happens at the end of it. Oh, that's the egg. Not this one, the other egg. I was so close. So I'll put that here. Then I quickly run away to that arrow from which we've already established how high we need to point it. Sadly, I've forgotten where now. Yeah, could do. So at the beginning of the wood, right? That was it. Light the candle. Blow up the egg. Whoa, very good. Oh, and it killed some monsters too. One more time. This does actually work phenomenally fast, just walking over there. so glad about this. And hover. 10 out of 10. Can we reproduce the success? Where is that remaining egg? That's over here. And I guess we're going to fly in from here. That we don't have any experience with. Right, with this crossbow. So I guess if the previous experiences have taught us anything, we need to aim much, much higher than we think we do. So, not here, perhaps here. End of the wood. Let's try that. Can you believe it? That was too high. End of the wood was too high. Just a little bit lower. So, end of the wood was here. Maybe here. Second light wood from the bottom. That's cool. Let's do that.
I'm flying! I'm flying!
Come on, Vince. Do your thing. Whoa! Very good, Vince. 11 out of 10. Fantastic. Well done, Vince. Now, of course, with all the eggs gone, I guess this up here is going to be our exit. So I guess we have to go back to that switch here and then just keep going from here. Maybe even use the dynamite, if it gives us another piece of dynamite, to jump on and then go on the cupboard, or wardrobe shall I say, then on the other moose head, or what head that is. Right. Well, the musical chairs were terrible, and there's one more blue thing, actually two more blue things that we need to get. Maybe I'll try that walk again. Walk plus. Let's try that. Okay. Come on, Vince, you can do it. Brave the moose one more time. Ah, man. I watched a wonderful video by Techno the other day, and he put something together. I don't know if it was a Patreon exclusive or an early access or something. It was about the format wars of records. That was very clever. I never thought about the fact that we had 33 1/3 long play records, or albums as we used to call them, and 45 RPM singles. And why there were two? Why wasn't there just one format? Why were there two? And of course it's because all that happened before my time. I just acknowledged, well, there's two formats. Every record player when I grew up played back both formats, so what's the difference? What's the difficulty? It turns out, and this is what Techno reveals in the video, is that they're made by two different companies. I think one was made by RCA, and the other one, let's see, I need something to jump up on. No, there we go. And the other one was made by CBS, and they were competing formats. One said, hey, we last a long time, and the other one said, hey, we're space saving, small and tiny. But that didn't really work. There we go, 20 out of 20, good. So in the end, the LP format is the one that that survived for longer things like albums, and the shorter one, they survived for singles. So very good. And the reason, and this is what I found so exciting, is the reason why we call things albums, why an LP is called an album, is because in the 78 era, an album of several, or even in the 45 era, before LPs became commonplace, the whole album of an artist, like whatever, 8, 12 tracks, that used to be several 45 RPM single discs in a box, and the box was the album. And I think in the 78 era, the same thing happened. I thought that was fascinating. We really had a look at the whole history, why it all happened the way it happened. Very much recommend that video. If it's not live yet, it will go live very soon, I'm sure. Yeah, I do enjoy Techno. Puts together very good videos, very well narrated, very well explained. It's just oddities of the hi-fi era and odd products, and unbelievable. How he finds it all, I have no idea. You still have a record player? Good, very good. Oh, we were already at the correct place. Ah. That's the musical chairs you just told me. Right, so the other option is to go up here, I guess. Yes. The trophy room. No, that's where we just came from. I think I'm gonna go brave that thing again. I just don't know what else to do. I don't know how else to get to Dolly's room. Yes, where is Dolly's room? I'm following the butler, right? That's how I get to Dolly's room. But there is a direct access route, did you say? Not up here. This leads me back into the staircase. Oh, it's at the bottom, isn't it? There we go. Alright, that sounds exciting. Do you know, Joe, it's fact, back in those days, 50s, 60s, I mean even 40s, even up and into the late 80s, music was a good business and there were so many quality people in the industry. Musicians, singers. And I feel that it's not so much that we don't have them anymore, but the incentive for people to make music as a business is just so little these days. Whoa!
The afterlife was really short.
Like especially in the 70s and 80s, being a studio musician, that used to be a job, a well-paid job, and these people were good at what they did. Came into the studio, did their thing, record would sell, everyone wins. I think he's changed his route, you know. This is not the route we used to go earlier. Yeah, he's changed his route. I guess for the benefit of us getting all the blue dip-tops there. Dude, that's terrible. Whew. My goodness. Do you know, somehow I don't either, Joe. I wonder what it is.
Well, I've wiped out your monsters for you.
Hooray! Ew, you're such a hero. And now, your reward.
If cash is a problem, I accept all major credit cards.
Not that silly. I'll show you to the carnival now. We'll take the train. It's the nicest train in the whole world.
A train? This is more like it. Ah! Don't do that!
I need to freshen up a bit. The butler will show you across the 3rd floor now. Follow him. Then head through the trees. I'll see you at the train station.
Train station, huh?
At least somebody is trying to help. She may be a touch psychotic, but she's helping.
Sure, I'm sure she is. Rod, it's C-rap. It's just pronounced wrong. It's C-rap. Third floor, gotcha. Let's do the 3rd floor thing. Hopefully catch the A-train. I was listening to a podcast the other day with Lyle Mays. He used to be the keyboarder of the Pat Metheny group. Defined a lot of that Pat Metheny style, and it was I forgot the website's name. I'm sure it's still on my phone somewhere. It was fascinating to hear him talk about that music in his life now, having been one of the absolute super cracks of the jazz scene. Music is a hobby to him these days. So he is a software manager today, and he's not making music for a living because the music industry, as like in a business, doesn't really exist anymore. I thought that was very, very frightening, very poignant of him to say that. And he said, when asked about, well, what do you think of people making music today? It wasn't so much a judgment. He said that young people who start out making music today, the creativity is still there, of course, but what they're missing out on is the fact that a bunch of people don't get together anymore and play the music. They now download some loop from some website, and then they're sitting at the computer by themselves, so they don't get the experience anymore of sitting together, drummer influencing the bass player influencing the guitar player, making something communal together. He says that is something that was quite natural and the only option to make music as a band, as a team back in the days, and something that just got lost on the way. This butler dude really has it in for us, hasn't he? Oh, I can barely see where you're walking, dude. And of course, one step in the wrong direction and we're mincemeat. Whoa, that is challenging to say the least. But we made it! Very good! Oh wow! First attempt! Angry God voodoo power earned. I'm not sure if we can go through these things. There's going to be another power that will unlock in a moment that lets us get through these things by grappling onto that little glowing circle, and we can just hold on to that. Good point, Brian. Yeah, I mean, when I work in the supermarket, all we hear literally is music from the 80s. It's kind of frightening. 70s, 80s, a little bit of 90s, but that's the music that still keeps making money, and the new music doesn't seem to do that. Right, that's
Take
that
note
thing
of
I
the
meant.
special hooks, Vince. Your pins can help you reach them. You will find Dolly waiting for you through an open window at the other end.
This is not how to do it. So LT, I always need to remember. This is L, L, this and that. Oh yes. Right. So now we can grapple. And I think Vinny Colaiuta said that. Drummer from the Frank Zappa's original drummer. He said, if you keep streaming this music from the 80s, 70s, 80s and 90s, what are you going to stream in 20 years' time? You don't have anything to replace it with. You can't keep streaming the same music. Or can you? Oops. Oh, Vince. I thought the butler would finish me off. It's gonna be the tree thing. Alright, and there's some pink pages here too. Yes! Nicely done, Vince. Get over there? I guess so.
Whoopee!
Oh, crazy level building. Whoa! You pressed the wrong button once. Gotta start the level again. That's not that bad. Where to next? Here maybe? In midair? Could it be? Yes, it could. Whoa. Some good maneuvering going on here. How are we going to get all these pink pages here? Rod, that is so funny. The pages, I think they are an optional item. I think they give us a skull. I think that's how it works. If you get all the pages, at the end of which you get a skull that you can hunt and then get another voodoo power for. So it's not mandatory. We don't have to get them. Let's try the shortest way. Let's see if this is in fact the way. Oh, there's a heart. We can pick that up.
Try that again.
Evil dude. Maybe we should ice evil dude. Yes. Nicely done. I guess this is where we need to go. Over here. I would imagine. Maybe from over here. Come on, come on, come on, you can do it, you can do it, yes. Ah. Oh yes, new train station in case we ever want to come back through a shortcut. Nice. Oh my goodness, another mid-air challenge, I say. Yes, and again. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Nice to beat ya.
2 hearts for our trouble. Now what? Where are we going? Was this not the final destination? I guess it wasn't. If it's that difficult to even get to the train, Brian, I mean, who's in charge here? Is that the train we're supposed to take? Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Alrighty. Back to the drawing board. I thought this is just the generic train that just gets us from one point in the game to another. Yes, there we go. So this just lets us go to individual levels if we wanted to replay them and find more of these blue things or more pink pages. The ghost trolley. But what I'm looking for is one of those things that... Oh, look at that, we can take 2 more of these hearts. Very good. Always good to have spare lives, let's do that. What I'm looking for is one of those things, like a little door with stars. That'll be the end of the level.
My stuffing!
This stuff, very funny. There. Mosquito. Huh. So, if that wasn't it, and it's not around here, let's keep looking. Back we go.
Whoopee!
He does seem to enjoy this. Been on top of the roof as well. See what's happening here. Another heart. Yet no exit in sight. Discovered this. Right, right, so this must have been that recharge lives level then. So there's some more blue dots over there. I think I want to try and get them. Maybe it'll lead us inadvertently to the next, to where we need to go. I do like the music here, I must say. That's very, very nice and chillaxing. Not that way. We came that way. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. No, another heart. Alright. What are these blue things called again? I think dragonflies? He must be, Rod. He must be. Oh, right, right. This is going to be nice. I think we are going to go and collect all these pages just by hanging from a thread, so to say. What do we do now? Oh, hop onto that pink platform here. Maybe. Yes. Grab some of those dragonflies down here. Now what? Did you die for the dragonflies? No way. I don't believe that. Yes. Swift. Wow, Brian, that's amazing! Because it only went up like 6 hours ago or so. That is really cool. I'm so glad it's getting traction. Ah, 2 more dragonflies over here. I think I'm going to grab those because we're missing quite a few. Could it be? No. I think I found a way out though. Yes, I have a feeling that this is going to be the way out. Hop all the way over through these little lights. So this looks like a little bit of a puzzle following all that, but hey, it's going to be good. Oh, shall we attempt it? What do you think? Those skull pages. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. If this really is the way out, it's kind of next to the house. We'd have to go over there. Skull puzzle is a bit of a difficult one, but hey, I feel adventurous. See if we can completely finish this level. That'd be really cool. I'm thinking, jump up and hover, follow the path. Okay. Deep breath, let's try this. Oh, and fail miserably. Let's try this again. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Come on. Whoa, very nice. Very nice. Oh, did they, Brian? That's crazy. That's ridiculous. Because then by the time you filed a complaint against it, I suppose they are fair in that respect that they're going to withhold the royalties until a decision has been made. But it is just that process is just so awkward and terrible. Are you going to file a kind of a dispute? The standard answer I used to get was, hey, we can only ever review your video if it reaches 1,000 views. And you go, yeah, great, that's going to happen when exactly? But they do it regardless, so that's nice to know. So even if it's, they just, some human just looks at it, and then if your editor does in fact give you that for free, it'll be,
Well, that was restful.
Whew. Oh, it's slippery up here. Yeah, so the way the guys from Epidemic work is that Facebook is terrible at that as well, by the way. It's not just YouTube. I guess all the major people do it. Twitch is less terrible. They just mute your audio. They don't strike you with a copyright warning. They just mute your audio. So on your broadcast file, it'll probably be broadcast live as it goes out, but then when the file is recorded, they just mute the audio on it. Whoa, this is gonna look crazy. And the way the guys from Epidemic work is that if I use their music, like on my personal channel, then I also get a copyright warning. But the channel that you register with them, that's kind of on the system. So I guess when YouTube says, hey, we found music that we need to flag, their system then kind of whitelists my channel and says, no, this guy's okay, and then I don't get a copyright warning. That's kind of cool. That's how it works. So you register your channel with them, and then both YouTube and Facebook, they just shut up, which is great. Exactly, Christina. That's how it works. And when you send the dispute, then YouTube will give you the option to supply paperwork. And if you do have a license like that, then that's fine. They'll just lift it and they'll give you the money that the video has made during that time. But it's annoying that you have to do this. There should be a system in which it says, hey, great, like with Epidemic, they've made it in a way that you say, hey, we found a flag, we found something, and there should be an automation in place that says, okay, this channel has the license, so don't flag this up, don't cause issues. But hey. Oh, that's nice. Whoa.
Barkley.
That's very mesmerizing. So I keep hanging on here, I'm just collecting all these pages. Whoa! There's Mr. Skull. And there's the exit. And there's more blue things. Yes, that's true. So I think as soon as some kind of content system files music as being copyrighted with YouTube, it flags stuff up. Yes, and lots of people like Scott Buckley or Dano, what's his name, Dan something, from danomusic.com. He also doesn't file it, and he asks for donations. Kevin McLeod, exactly, that's another one. Yeah, I think there has to be a lot of change in the next few years as to just make this whole using music in your videos, at some point also using video in your videos that is copyrighted. And that just makes that much easier. What shall we do? Shall we go to the exit, or shall we try to see where that skull is and see if we can follow the skull for another voodoo power? And some of the tracks that they have run are actually quite nice. Let's go to the skull thing. We did all the pages, let's do the skull thing, come on. And there's also 3 more of these blue things we haven't found. I know people who just use music and they just don't care. They say, yeah, I know it's copyrighted, what do I care? That is actually quite nice about YouTube, that they don't take your video down or anything. They just go and say, yeah, we're gonna put adverts on the video and somebody else makes the money. If your channel isn't monetized, it doesn't actually matter. It's almost like you're supporting the creator of the music. Now, where is that skull? Oh, it's by the house, wasn't it? Yeah, there it is. Looking at me. Looking straight at me. Oops. Oh, no, Vince, no, don't do that. Oh, Vince, that is such a shame. Oh, Vince. Right. Whew. Can we get to the house through those branches here? No problem. He says, not quite knowing where to go next. That's ambitious. No, Vince! Oh my goodness, that was terrible. Oh. Yeah, I'm like that, Brian. I'm thinking I'm super happy to support artists and spread the wealth around. That's just more than fair. But there just has to be a fair system in place. Like you say, if you spend a month, if you spend a month animating a 30-second or 1-minute item, you think, yeah, I'm happy to give the artist of the music a share, but may I also please have my share, please? The funny thing is, all these problems that we have now, they weren't even really an issue for most people about 5 years ago. It's just now that more and more people keep doing things and rely on YouTube for income that this is becoming an issue. I think as much for YouTube as it is for other people. We're so high up and there's so nothing down there. Right. Show us where we're going, Skull. want to ice this dude here because he's just going to ruin what I'm trying to do here. Dude. Kill the mosquito, Vince. Come on. Jump and turn. There. Finally. Okay, so the skull thing, the way it works is I press X to use, and then he will move. And he can just hover. I have to be on, solid ground and all. So I'm going to watch where he's going, and in an ideal world I'm just going to go follow him, but I'll just see where he goes first so I can get a better idea of where we're going. Oh, we're going up there, okay. And eventually he will stop, so he will just go and wait there for a moment, and I have to reach the skull before he does that, bump into him, and that will unlock the voodoo power. So that's where he's waiting, right there in the distance. But he's not waiting forever, so then he makes his way back to our location. And then I have another chance to bump into him and follow him. Ah, okay. Left swing to reach the branch. Left swing is probably this one, yes. Jump up the branch and down to the place where you see a heart. I think we grabbed that. But yes, I guess it'll be somewhere here. Just follow the branch and go straight till you reach a green patch. Wait for the skull to reach there. Let's try it. Okay. Oh, concentrate. This is gonna work. Oh, Vince, no! That's terrible. Oh.
This doesn't look like heaven.
No, I'm afraid it's not, my friend. It's hell. It's hell on a Windows computer. That's where you're trapped, little buddy. But don't you fret, we're here to see you through this. Again and again. This takes too much time, so I think this... A skilled platformer would probably be... Oh, what else would I do? I'd have to go with the branch. No!
I smell tacos.
Okay, I'm going to practice going down here, so I'm going to go and jump this way, straight on there, without the hovering. Okay, let's try this. Without much hovering. Right, there we go. Oh! You press one button in front of the other. You're dead! You're dead, laddie! Practice makes perfect. Come on, Vince. That's tricky. Go fire at the branch. Okay, that's it. Screw the skull. We're not doing skull. I'm heading straight for the exit now. Oh, look at that, I'm dead anyway. Ah, what a shame. What a shame. I do want to know what's at the end of the level, so... Let's load that saved game. Glowberry Tangle, is that it? Gotta be it. Let's continue. See if it works. Aha! as if we had never gone. So I suppose this is called a proper death knell in the game. Oh, and he's back. All the monsters are back. Not for much longer. So, how do we get out of here again? I guess same way. Oh no, this way. Could go this way. Yes. Like so. And then over here, and then that long way to the actual exit. I think that's a good title. The actual exit. Come on, Vince. Yes, very good, very good. Very good.
Whee!
He does enjoy swinging. Definitely enjoys it. And we get another heart for our troubles. That's nice. And that's the exit right there. Oh, that was silly.
This doesn't look like heaven.
Well, what do you think heaven looks like, Vince? This way. Let's go this way. Careful. No slipping. Alright, we're nearly there.
Whoopee!
Ah, there we go. Shame they never released the soundtrack of VOODOO VINCE. I don't think they ever did. Let's see what awaits us next. Dolly playtime. Oh, this can't be good. We knew Dolly was a psychopath.
This is the train?
Isn't it wonderful?
I don't know if you've noticed, but this is a toy. The only place it's going is nowhere! You know, just once. I'd like things to work out normally. No monsters, nobody is insane, no possessed sheep herders. Is it me? Do I attract crazy people?
I hate to say it, but
Nothing
yes.
I do is good enough for you. Nothing makes you happy. Why do I keep trying?
Whoa, hold on now, sweetheart. Let's calm down and have some tea or something.
I suppose
Hello, sweetie.
this is where we're gonna have to kill Vince initiate that train trash.
Getting angry!
While she's, of course, throwing huge missiles at us. That's good. Well, I seem to remember this is all a little bit of a train track, miniature train track. And somewhere, I don't remember where, there's some levers that we need to pull to kick off the trains. Like this one. Let's see if we can do that. That's one train. There's another train. Okay, cool. And it shows us this is where they're going to crash. Right, so now we need to somehow get there. Shortest route and all that. While at the same time also finding the way there. Oh, looks like we're too late. But yes. We should have been in the middle of that. And that would have hurt Dolly very, very much. Ooh, nice shader. Dude. So there's several switches hidden here. Let's see if we can find the correct one for the easy option. Oh, okay, so coming too close to Dolly angers her even more. That's a shame. And then she destroys the buildings. That's not good. Oh, yes. It's one of those levels, is it?
Here you go, sweetie.
So that's the one that does that thing far away. Let's try that again. Let's try it again. It is wrong, isn't it, Rod? It is just so super wrong. I see, I see. Oh, come on, Vince. Take the train, take the train. Oh, no, dude. Instead of Poodle gets you. That's terrible. Oh, maybe we'll find another switch up here. Oh, heart. That's good. That's a good start. They don't say where these switches are by any chance, do they, Christina? Oh, one's up here. Okay, let's see if we can get that. There, let's see what this thing does. Train comes out here, other train comes out there. Goes to our regular train station. Come on, Vince! Oh, nearly! My God, that's terrible. So at least we found 2 out of 3 switches. That's good. I don't really understand the necessity for boss fights. Why game developers feel it's necessary to put a boss fight in. And we could really have games without boss fights, couldn't we? I mean, you can just enjoy the game. It doesn't have to completely frustrate us. I'm thinking. But Okay. 1 of 3. That's probably why, Brian. Poor Poodle, what has he ever done? And then of course there has to be some kind of mechanic like the Poodle that makes sure we're not allowed to look around and actually find out what we're supposed to do. I wonder why they do that. It looks like this is the 3rd place at which we need to kill ourselves. So I wonder if the switch for that is literally opposite. Here. Oh, up there. That's nearly impossible to reach. If this was Fortnite, we'd just build some stairs here. But alas, it is not. We don't even get a second just to look around. That's just... Clayton, what were you thinking? No wonder your game wasn't a wild success. Putting frustrating boss fights in. Well, let's tackle the one that we know where it is. Which I think is over here. I wonder, Brian, how many poodles does she have? Alright, we've done that one. Also a shame that the nice, relaxing, smooth jazz music has been replaced by some awkward weirdness. Maybe I should just let her purposely destroy all the buildings. No, because once you use one switch, it remains inactive. So you have to find all 3 switches. So it's this one with the yellow light. You think that maybe one, but that's the one we already did there, I think.
Here you go, sweetie.
Yeah, anything to make it just as frustrating as it can possibly be. Poor Vince.
The afterlife was really short.
I'm hoping that my previous thing still counts, so I hope I don't have to do that again. That would just put the icing on the cake, wouldn't it? Well, buildings are still gone, so that's good. That's good news. So up there, at the very top right corner, there's some yellow flashy light. I'm gonna try that out.
VOODOO!
Home call for Mr. Agony.
If I can... Oh, maybe I need to get on from the other side. Yeah, that would make sense. I suppose in the era of coin-op arcades and all that, boss levels really made sense because the people wanted their quarter. I totally get that. But nowadays, you know, you make such a cool game and then you make the mistake of putting this in and people aren't going to remember this as a good game. They think it's terrible. Okay, that's where we're going now.
Here you go, sweetie.
Somehow.
VOODOO!
Yeah, that's helpful. Alright. Me too. It gives me absolutely nothing. It's just agony, isn't it? That's all it is. Agony that could easily have been avoided. Have we been to the swamp yet? We haven't, have we, in this game? Maybe it's a good approach here. Because that's a cool part of the game. That's very cute the way they did that. But these things, this is a total letdown of the game. Aha! Fantastic! 2 out of 3, that's not bad.
Here you go, sweetie.
Well, thank you, another poodle, sweetie. That's just so nice.
Take this.
So where was the next guy? Was it here? Is that it?
VOODOO!
I'd rather not. I've had enough poodle for a whole lifetime, really.
Here you go, sweetie.
Can't use that one anymore. That's not it.
Take this.
Oh, there. Right.
VOODOO! Die.
Come on, we've done 2. We can do one more. It's the Voodoo Poodle.
Here you go, sweetie.
How are we gonna get up there?
Take this.
That's not how we get up there. Maybe the poodle can help us out. Aha! So let's plan our route carefully. Kamikaze runs straight to the train station there. That's the one. Transportation station. So jumping is slowing me down. Come on! You eat poodle! You're saying 2 catchphrases isn't enough?
Yes, thank you. I owe it all to my extensive training. Oh, I slay myself. Hey, what's this? Doesn't smell too good, but any way out of here can't be all bad.
Amen to that, brother. And look at that, we got another voodoo power, and let's get out of here. Truck! Oh, I can't wait to use that. This is the swamp. The Bayou, or the Bayou. How do you pronounce that? Bayou. Blue Bayou. Bayou, gotcha. But we shall explore the Bayou, I guess, the next time we meet, my friends, because I'm going to put the game to bed. I'm going to think about some of those little 3D streams of how to put those title sequences together. Put your thinking caps on of what we should maybe create in regards to the Creative Minds thing. If worse comes to worse, if we can't come up with anything else, I'm thinking perhaps just a plane onto which we put some kind of I don't know, something with randomized particles. It could be grass, could be anything, out of which we can grow like a 3D font that says Creative Minds, and then we'll just animate the camera around it for like 15-20 seconds, something like that. But if we come up with something more creative, let's do it. Coming up this week at some point. Perhaps we'll forego the Wednesday game stream and instead turn that into a 3D stream. But I like to do it more than once a week while I'm off, while I have the time. So this is the first one that we're going to do, which is the gaming title sequence that I'm going to show you now. And we're going to put some materials on and, do that. My friends, have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.